have you with us here today on Matchday 3 of Baller League USA. A wrinkle in time in the footballing world, a new thought-provoking idea which turned into reality and a major success before your very eyes. Talking of success, here today to get things started, two of the top three and table-topping Super NIÑOS. Callum Williams, your commentator. I'll guide you through all the proceedings here of Baller League. I'm new to it, you're new to it. Let's work together here, shall we? Ball now manoeuvres into the near side now for Novinovski. Martinez. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Thomas Wallace, who made 13 saves last season. A ball forward now. On the far side. Told to return to his feet. Clever little turn. And foul according to the referee, and 3 FC thought they were off to the races for a moment or two. Lovely little touch over the right hand side. Gutierrez unable to wriggle away. Ling unable to force a way through. Here's the goalkeeper, Thomas Wallace, the ex-IMG Academy goalkeeper. And of course, both managers know how important it is to find victory here today in match day 3. Goalkeeper comes a long way and seems ever so comfortable under pressure. Long ball forward and easy pickings for the opposing goalkeeper, Ralph Montero. He's gone long, you know. Very nearly caught out Thomas Wallace in goal. Well, it would have been quite something, wouldn't it? Of course, Ralph Montero scored in match day 1 against 876 United. Tried to repeat it in match day 3. Ball over to this right-hand side. And Bastidas nearly fell into the commentary position. It's Bastidas again. Decision goes in favour of Super NIÑOS. Won their first 2 games, of course, against 876 United and Club 360. There's Martinez. Goalkeeper happy to intervene. Martinez forward again. Move it forward. And here they come! Opening goal! Very, very well taken by Derek Martinez. Well, he's a player who wants to return to the professional game, and with finishes like that, you wouldn't bet against him. 2 assists already in the opening 3 games of Baller League, and now he's off and running in terms of goals. Such a well-composed finish from the former Inter Miami 2 player. Over the course of his Inter Miami 2 career, he trained on several occasions with the first team and Lionel Messi. Maybe he taught him a thing or two in training with a finish like that. Glorious. Pedro Lube, unable to manoeuvre forward. Brazilian ex-Vasco da Gama Academy player. Time with the Flamengo Academy as well. Long ball forward to interrogate. Behind and into touch. Well, it took Super NIÑOS and his side just 30 seconds to score on match day 2. Took them a little longer this time, and they won't mind. It's a project that J Balvin and Kid Super are taking very seriously. Said just to our very own Susanna Fuller in the pre-game show that they actually got the group together to train on Tuesday. Maranovsky, 36-year-old Ukrainian. Alone applauding. The effort towards goal caught nearly everybody out. Tim Baranovsky receiving the praises from Kid Super. Marlon seems happy with his team's efforts thus far. Montero going short. Borgal involved. Bastidas unable to force a way through this time. Here's Cabrera, the wild card for N3 FC. On hand again. Amit Borgal. It's a lovely ball forward, the angle against them. It's a very, very assertive save from Thomas Wallace on the far side. Mendes, the player, denied. Well, there are many problems over on the far side as well. It's a very, very stern save at the near post. Marlon thought his team had their opening goal there for a moment. So as you can see, it's a corner, and M3 FC with the first flag. A reminder, if you do get 3 flags, of course, it will be a penalty. So perhaps a problem here for Fabian Bastidas. And that's an overhead kick. Audacious, to say the least, from Pedro Lube. He's happy with it. Here they come again, ball across the face. It's Lube! Very well charged down by a whole host of Super NIÑOS players. So then, second flag on the corner for M3 FC. One more, and it's a penalty. And a chance for Marlon's side to get themselves back on level terms. Down the line go the Super NIÑOS. As we said earlier on, coming into this game, the premier fixture of Matchday 3, the opening game here between 2 of the top 3 of the Baller League. It's a really stern challenge. Too much for the referee's liking. Schmelongo, who came in just a moment ago. Venezuelan player taken down aggressively and assertively by Baranovsky. This time he'll let it run. M3 FC have scored 8 goals thus far, only behind the 10 of the Super NIÑOS coming into Matchday 3. Have allowed 5 in the first 2 games though. Have not been the epitome of perfection from a defensive perspective. Marlon will be aware of that, no doubt. Rincon. And Rincon let fly, and behind it goes. Has 1 goal so far, the ex-Tampa Bay Rowdies man, of course. Borgal, ex-Philadelphia Union Academy player. Montero. Heavily done by Cabrera. M3 FC trying to force a way back into the game. Of course, you can buy your official jersey to shopballerleague.us. That is slipped through by Wuling again into the grasp of the goalkeeper Montero. Here come the Super NIÑOS again. This time it's easy pickings for Ralph Montero in goal. Con once again, since coming on now, has executed 2 efforts towards goal. And close on 2 separate occasions. Montero happy to manoeuvre and survey the scene here. It's a lovely ball forward, nudged back into the danger zone and cleared away. Super NIÑOS unable to manoeuvre through. Teles thought about the effort towards goal momentarily. And down goes Cabrera. The officials straight away giving the decision in the favour of M3 FC. Cabrera, a tricky player. He's clearly fouled, doesn't he? Well, a victory today for either side, and of course they'd go on to 9 points and hit the peak of the Baller League. So far, single solitary goal for the Super NIÑOS. This is where we are. Tipped away for now. Here come M3 FC. Really good piece of work. It's put behind. So there we go. Corner number 3. So that means a penalty to M3 FC. One one of the rules here in the Baller League. And a look of concern now on the face of Kid Super, because he knows exactly what this means. And for those of you that haven't seen this before, this penalty kick will be taken old school MLS style from the centre circle. And it'll be Julian Kennedy, the player to take it. Scored 2 in matchday 2 in the victory against the Win FC. Can he deliver here? No, he can't. It's saved. Marlon can't believe it. Disbelief from Marlon. A player that has been so good in front of goal in the opening 2 weeks in Baller League. Failed to find the back of the net when they were presented the opportunity. And we go again. Amit Bogal on the ball. Cleverly manoeuvred inside by Longo. Here's Kennedy again. Bogal. And Montero. Kennedy able to withstand the challenge of Baranovsky. Kennedy again. Scored goals for fun at the collegiate level, did Kennedy. It's a ball right across the face of his own goal from Bogal. Cleverly done by Cabrera on the far side. Overrun it perhaps. They've left the leg hanging a little bit as well. It's a real problem, it seems, for the Super Niños. Marlon's not convinced. Well, there's the debate that both players had every right to go for the ball. Diego Rincon, the Venezuelan player, just now getting to his feet, and Luis Cabrera will have a stern talking to from the referee, Randy Cook. And Kid Super was concerned for a moment. Well, the effort towards goal very nearly caught out the goalkeeper. It's Derek Martinez Sterling again. Already scored here this evening, for those of you joining us late. Nearly 10 minutes into the first half here, of course. Long ball played over the top. And he's been a pest so far, as Ralph Montero, ex-Inter Miami, and played locally here with Western FC in Miami as well. Kennedy unable to turn away. Rincon unable to force a way through this time. Here's Lango manoeuvring inside. Rincon again. Thought the run had come on the far side, it never did. Well, Marlon continues to cast a rather frustrated figure in the opening exchanges here. Not the outcome that M3 FC were hoping for. And he'll be the happier of the two head coaches, no doubt. Here's Kennedy. Happy to retreat for now. Montero finds Bogal, who is pushed to the ground. No foul, the effort towards goal is saved. Clever little flick from Cabrera. Not for the first time today. Baranovsky coming close and testing the goalkeeper. Kennedy again. Amongst a flurry of Super Niños, unable to force a way through. So 1 minute to go until the game changer. Cabrera towards goal. And into the stands it goes. So the game changer, of course, will provide us with plenty of entertainment, and the game will really open up and change. Here's Cabrera, the wild card. Super Niños perhaps now with another opening. Angle against Rincon. Across the face he goes. Very nearly found the far corner, you know. Stidas just able to serve it through in spectacular fashion. Brimming with confidence is Fabian Bastidas, as we said. 3 goals and 2 assists thus far. So then, you can hear the countdown until the game changer. And what do we have in store now? Super Niños leading by a 1-0. Now time for the game changer. It's time to go. So it'll be 3-play. And so we have a 30-second shot clock here. It's 3v3. Each attacking phase, of course, may last for a maximum of 30 seconds. This will certainly open up the game. Question is, who are the 3 players that have been selected? Marlon offering some words of encouragement. So this when the game really starts to take a twist. So both have made their choices. The referee says, wait for a second. M3 FC not quite ready yet. So it's Martinez, Sterling. We have Fabian Bastidas over on the far side as the atmosphere continues to build here in Miami. So here we go, 3-play. 30-second shot clock. Martinez, Sterling. The goal scorer already here today. Over to the far side he goes for Gutierrez. Bastidas. Martinez, Sterling. Tripped away. So now, of course, ball cleared away, and now it's an opening here for M3 FC. And they pounce. Modesto Mendes, the Cuban international, receives the adulations from Marlon, who is absolutely thrilled. M3 FC take advantage of the game changer with a game-changing goal. Cheaply given away by Gutierrez on the far side, and Modesto Mendes made no mistake at all. Marlon knew, didn't he? He knew straight away. As soon as Mendes found himself in, there was no question about it. So then, the effort towards goal by Sterling Martinez is tame. Miscue from the goalkeeper, and he knows it. Half-hearted appeals for handball. Here's Gutierrez towards goal, well charged down by Bogal. Here comes Gutierrez. Gutierrez lets fly, and a rather routine save for Ralph Montero. Tried to go for goal now then. There's an appeal for handball here. That seems to be the conversation. Well, the referee might have a decision to make here. Well, it's handball, isn't it? Fabian Bastidas threw himself in front of the ball. Well, Marlon makes his way over to have a conversation with the referee. Remember, if this stands, it'll be a 2-minute penalty for Fabian Bastidas. Kid Super now really concerned.
Ref, what is it?
Only in football does momentum change like this. This one we have the stoppage. It's clear, isn't it? Marlon thinks it is anyway. Well, there's a flurry of people on the field right now, amongst the noise of the atmosphere here. NIñOS protesting their innocence. So as you can see, the referee saying it's a 2-minute penalty.
So just 2 minutes.
Referee just having a conversation with one or two of those in charge of the Baller League just to make sure the rules are being executed correctly. We're all new to it.
What is it? First three because of a 2-minute foul. So it's one verse. One ref. Monday they said it.
Now remember, if M3 FC were to score, Super NIñOS would be able to bring in a player again. Now this is now really problematic for Super NIñOS, and Marlon knows it as well. Because essentially now, Super NIÑOS are down to one outfield player and a goalkeeper. Major chance for M3 FC. Offside. Not exactly what M3 FC want to be doing on that occasion as they make a couple of changes. Thomas Wallace wanted to take the free kick quickly there because the goal was gaping, it was empty. And the effort towards goal goes over the crossbar this time. Being another flurry of changes now for M3 FC. Malinovsky out there doing it by himself at the moment. Here come M3 FC. Ball thread through for Longo on this far side. Manoeuvred back in. Pedro Lube. Longo. Lube. Can they? Could they? Kennedy stopped in his tracks. Lube! Goal! No, there's a sense of inevitability with him. And from 1-0 down, Marlon's side now lead by 2-1. Kennedy looked as if he got caught for a moment. Really good finish from Pedro Lube, just opening up the hips. The former Vasco da Gama and Flamengo Academy player giving Marlon side the lead as Super NIÑOS look to respond immediately. Very good save, and it comes! Equaliser! A utopian-type goal for Super NIÑOS! At the first time of asking, back on level terms! Wow. Well, the first initial save was made and thought to be enough. When Federico Teles has other ideas. First goal for him in the Baller League is Pedro Lube. Can they find another here? The effort towards goal as well, charged down by a flurry of Super NIÑOS. Whistle is blown in favour of the Super NIñOS. Well, they dribbled the ball in as opposed to passing it, which of course is not allowed in the Baller League in this moment. Here's Teles again over to the far side. Rincon, Teles, as the clock counts down. Wuling, goalkeeper saves it. But that does it for the opening half of football here. And what a thrill it was. Goals coming from Derek Martinez Sterling for M3 FC. Manoeuvring towards the game changer, got themselves ahead through goals through Modesto Mendes with the equaliser, Pedro Lube with the go-ahead goal, but almost instantaneously, Federico Teles, the Mexican player, with the goal to equalise for the Super NIñOS. Well, what a thrill. What entertainment we have for you here at the Baller League. Now the managers and coaches will take the opportunity to speak to the players. Just been given note, by the way, that the last save that was made by Rob Montero will go into the next half. The corner will be counted. Completion time presented by Gatorade, and Marlon will dish out some instructions.
We just heard manager Marlon. It is 2-2 Super NIñOS against M3 FC. They're both fighting for the first spot of the Baller League in the standings. And now let's take a look at the top 5 goals from week 2.
Towards halfway, but gave it away. Well lifted forward. This is good play here from 876. The first touch of the match and the finish. Sebas Rampella with the composure. Turning inside. Down to 4. Escobar dances, commits the goalkeeper, turns on it. That's incredibly well taken. Showtime looking for another. That one struck incredibly well. Showtime FC dominant here, and it's Belloni. Lifting away. Flag, or rather arm doesn't go up, but the chip attempted, and there's the first goal of the game for the win. Last week the Sudanese player goes for it. Bastidas! 34 seconds into the game, Fabian Bastidas with a scorcher over the head of the goalkeeper, Jacoby Madrid, and Super Niños have taken the lead less than a minute in. Already a nominee for goal of the round.
Well, there was a little bit of confusion there because the referee and the players thought they were okay to carry on as we were taking a look at the top 5 goals from last week. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. Ball simply made its way over to the left-hand side before the players and referees realised. So, here we go again. 2-2 as it stands. 3 points up for grabs. And no doubt about it, Artem Baranovsky will certainly play his part. Wonder if Fabian Bastidas will find another goal. Over to the far side the ball goes, and very quickly Matthew Wuling, the former Trinidad and Tobago international, is penalised. So goals from Derek Martinez-Sterling, Federico Teles. It's opened up here for Super Niños. Straight into the path of Ralph Montero, whose side are back on level terms. They led by 2-1, remember. Pedro Lube and Modesto Mendes with the goals for M3 FC. Clipped forward beautifully by Montero. Away for now. And the effort towards goal is blocked by the challenge in the far side that actually came in from Matthew Wuling. Ismail Longo has been a pest since coming on, hasn't he? Ball forward, easy pickings for the opposing goalkeeper, Ralph Montero. Marlon once again dishing out instructions. Offside, the verdict. Here's Gutierrez. Effort towards goal, flashed across the face. No takers, no recipients, and no goals. Felipe Gutierrez, of course, with 3 goals in his first 2 games.
Good. Turn.
Charged down by Sterling Martinez. Cheaply given away, and the Super Niños pounce. And it was cheaply given away, and then Julien Gastaldi, the Frenchman, gives away a free kick in a really dangerous position. It's a clumsy challenge from the former Nice trainee, wasn't it? Julien Gastaldi, leaving Marlon a little frustrated. Can the Super Niños make it count? The effort towards goal flashes wide. Struck with some venom. Derek Martinez-Sterling hoping for a second of the night.
Control the ball,
Of course, the Super Niños, the top scorers coming into matchday 3 with 10 goals thus far. Moments of confusion. In the end, sees the decision fall in favour of the Super Niños. I'm sure Jay Balvin, the manager of the Super Niños, is watching on from somewhere. Told he's got bigger fish to fry, performing in front of 70,000 people over the course of the next few days. We'll let you off this time, Jay Balvin. Baranovsky. Straight away, the officials awarding the free kick to M3 FC. Marlon looking to get himself involved. The referee has to intervene. Bogal forward, touched inside and manoeuvred forward by Bastidas, and the efforts in the end had plenty of venom behind it. It's another chance from Matthew Wuling. Youngest player to debut in the league in Trinidad and Tobago, by the way, at just 14 years of age. So remember, these passes in have to be below the knee. Manoeuvred forward here. Tele is one of the goal scorers for the Super Niños. Wuling involved again, has his pocket picked momentarily, goalkeeper called into action. Asking the question of M3 FC again. Some changes for Super Niños. The energetic Diego Rincon, who may be involved straight away here. Very good challenge. Still alive though, the ball, clever turn, and an assertive piece of goalkeeping. No, straight away Diego Rincon in the thick of things. And the goalkeeper Ralph Montero may have a problem. It's a brave piece of goalkeeping, wasn't it? Diego Rincon, fresh from coming off the bench. Recipient of a really stern challenge. And the goalkeeper as brave as they come in that moment as well. Javier Bastidas, his eyes widened, thought he had a major opportunity. Just checking on his teammate. Diego Rincon fell awfully, didn't he? Diego Rincon, of course, with professional experience. Played for Tampa Bay Rowdies in the second tier in the United States. Made his pro debut in Venezuela at just 16 years of age. So there will be a conversation and a stoppage in play here momentarily.
Super Niños is challenging the foul.
So the Super Niños threw the flag in. Made a challenge because they think there was a foul in the process, so the officials will come across to take a look at it. And that's what they're appealing. Referee straight away saying no, the ball was won.
Challenge is unsuccessful.
And he says no, and on we go. Let's not forget, now because that challenge was unsuccessful, the Super Niños now can't throw the flag again. Can M3 FC take advantage? And again to the fray, as you can see, is the German forward, Jerome Kieswetter. Had a career in Germany with Hertha BSC Stuttgart and played in the US with Inter Miami. Here's Rincon at the other end, able to get the better of Kennedy. So coming together on this near side. Really good shielding of the ball from Julian Kennedy. Knew exactly what he was doing, made himself as big as possible. Ball played forward and won in mid-flank by Kieswetter. Sterling Martinez doing enough from a Super Niños perspective. Well, there's almost a carnival-like atmosphere here at the Baller League. Delighted to have you with us wherever you're watching from. Callum Williams, your commentator, as the Super Niños manoeuvre themselves forward. Clever little flick. Sterling Martinez towards goal. Very nearly caught the goalkeeper out. Super save from Montero. Second corner as well, of course. One more corner awarded. Super Niños would have a penalty. Put his foot through it, didn't he, Sterling Martinez? Kieswetter providing the necessary challenge. Cabrera back in, Kennedy! Not what he had in his mindset. Missed the penalty earlier on, remember. Will score 2 in matchday 2 in the win against for the Win FC. Oh, you've got so much coming your way this evening with the Baller League. Some really intriguing contests. The likes of Speed United and Showtime up next. Effort towards goal. Oh my word! Wow! That is quite something! That is spectacular from the goalkeeper! The Super Niños with a super goal! Thomas Wallace with a moment to savour in the Baller League! My goodness me! Well, why not? He was invited to do so. Look at the dip at the end. It's beautiful technique. Struck it superbly, had his head over the ball. The ball seemed to be rising until right at the end when it took that little dip into the corner. That's a super goal. Wow. What's the response from M3 FC? They've been undone by a superior strike. In behind they find themselves. Goalkeeper again involved. Here's Quintero. Goalkeeper eager to get himself involved again, it seems. Clever turn from Quintero. Decision now in favour of M3 FC. So the Super Niños can now play. It's Teles. Scored the second of the Super Niños goals here today. So Ralph Montero. They feel a little bit of pressure now after Thomas Wallace scored that spectacular goal just moments ago. Remember, you can get your tickets for the Baller League here in Miami. Head over to ballerleague.us. Or indeed scan the barcode. Here's Kennedy. Thwarted immediately. Teles down the line. Here's Diaz. It's open up here. Quintero! Just got it wrong at the vital moment. Couldn't quite wrap his foot around it. Chance goes beckoning for the Super Niños. One or two players told to relax by the officials. Good luck continuing to tell them that. The intensity of Baller League is clear as it ever has been. What a goal that was from Thomas Wallace, the goalkeeper. Now then thread through and very quickly back into the possession of the Super Niños. Is Sterling trying to play back into the path of Diaz, unsuccessful this time. Teles, Mexican player. All-time assists leader at Northeastern University, by the way. Here's Diaz, the former Houston Dynamo man. Challenge in the centre of midfield. Stephen Elias, the player taken down. Teles will now depart, as you can see. What does Marlon have up his sleeve if his M3 FC side are to get back into the contest? He'll be happy. So Borgal will strike it. Goalkeeper able to make the relatively easy save. It's his goal that separates the two sides. For those of you joining us late, where on earth have you been? Thomas Wallace, the goalkeeper for the Super Niños, with a glorious goal. Now he has some goalkeeping to do as the ball's cleared away. It's a really good challenge on the far side. Well, Diaz has come off the worst. And he's stayed on the ground, it seems. You get some encouraging words from the coach today, Kid Super. Took a right old tumble to Diaz, but in truth it's a really good challenge from Pedro Lube. Carlos Diaz will now receive some treatment. Of course, has played locally here in Miami with Miami United, but had a professional career with the Houston Dynamo in Major League Soccer. Bastidas down under the challenge. Now Cabrera will plead his innocence. Straight away, Sergio Cabrera, one of the officials on the field, blew the whistle. Lovely take from Bastidas. Foul was clear for all to see. Can Super Niños find a fourth? Very good block by Bogal. Here's Cabrera once again. Sterling. Decision in favour of M3 FC. As we said earlier on, and we noted, they haven't struggled to score goals in the opening 2 weeks of Baller League USA. 8 goals before matchday 3. They've scored 2 very good goals here today as well. Malinovsky clearing away. Clever turn from Wuling. Walker, but effective clearance made by Cabrera. Bogal able to wriggle through. Goalkeeper comes a long way, and it's a really good assertive piece of goalkeeping. No speeds here. Wonder if we'll be treated to any of his antics today. Bastidas. Miscue from him, uncharacteristic. Of course, played professionally in Uruguay and then in the second tier here in the United States with FC Tulsa. Into the final 10 seconds before the game changer. Up into the sky it goes. Is there one more chance here? Yes, there is. Just goes wide.
Let's take this thing higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everett. We go higher. It's time.
So then what do we have? The line is the decision for the game changer. So as you can see, goals count double if they're scored from behind the offside line. Double still applies if the ball deflects off an opponent behind the offside line. Regular goals, of course, still may be short, but the attractive thing for M3 FC now, who are trailing by 3 goals to 2, will be that they can score from behind the line and score 2 goals by essentially scoring 1.
Just kill the clock. It's supposed to go.
Well, you could see Kid Super there momentarily, just telling his side, the Super Niños, let's just play the same. They're leading, Marlon's side are trailing. And no doubt he'll be full of encouragement for his players. Martin Baranovsky, the Ukrainian player, of course, had 8 years playing in the Ukrainian top flight before spells in Tajikistan, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. So then somewhat of a false start here. There were too many players on the field, it seems. And now we can go again. So remember, we're playing the line. The goal is scored from behind the offside line. It'll result in 2 goals being awarded. His side need 2 goals to find the lead. So then we have another corner, meaning a 3rd flag, meaning a penalty awarded to the Super Niños, who can further their lead here. It's Felipe Gutierrez against the goalkeeper. Gutierrez is denied. Another chance goes beckoning for the Super Niños. Stood firm, didn't he, Ralph Montero? Ex-Inter Miami goalkeeper. And here he is again. Long ball forward. Malinovsky clearing away. Back into the goalkeeper, Montero, who's eager to play. Montero reintroduced. So they're manoeuvred forward. Can M3 FC find the goal here? All over the far side and into touch. Here's Mendes. Cabrera away. A little too aggressive from the Ukrainian defender, Balanovsky. And so, as it stands, M3 FC behind the line. Can Luis Cabrera score here? It's Cabrera, and the wall does its job. Bogal happy to retreat. Oh, the goalkeeper makes a mess of it for the moment. Recovers really well. Long ball forward now, Balanovsky clearing away. Decision in favour of M3 FC. Mendes now. Bogal tripping forward. As the clock counts down, so do the opportunities for M3 FC. Quintero, Mendes, and Bogal happy to retreat. And from one goalkeeper to another. Long ball forward now, and Bastidas looking to claim. Well, Montero got something on it, not enough though. Here's Quintero, very good challenge. Very, very good challenge in the centre of midfield. It'll be a corner. It's a vital challenge. The kind of challenge you're okay with giving a corner away, because that, had there not have been an intervention, would have resulted in a goal. So Dumoulin and his side have something up their sleeve late on here. So the ball has hit the roof. So of course, because the ball has hit the roof, we'll resume in the place it landed. So it is now or never for M3 FC with 6 seconds on the clock. It's Luis Cabrera. With the weight of M3 FC and Marlon on his shoulders. Luis Cabrera. It is Cabrera and wide. And that'll do it. Another day, another win for the Super NIÑOS. 3 wins from 3 games. Jay Balvin will be delighted wherever he's watching from. Kids Super, delirious. And celebrations ensue.